Underfront, underfront, underfront.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Check 13, check 13. Sweet. Smart, smart. No.
Now a give, right side. Rice trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that's caught by Smith. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. 1st down, Ravens. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter. And with increased expectation, they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score as the Ravens push further out in front.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Steelers nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Go! Check the call. Bravo!
57. Mike, 57.
I don't even know why this team...
Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradshaw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Hey, rock it. Go.
Throwing on 1st down. Bradshaw got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap.
And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Those are the types of throws that Jackson has to be more efficient with this year. He really put an emphasis on improving his passing accuracy in the offseason, because last year as a rookie, 58%, that was it. And his quarterback coach said the ball is coming out of his hand cleaner, the timing looks better. That's what they're hoping for. Everybody knows he can run, but now he continues his quest to be more well-rounded and improve on his conservative 1,200 yards and 6 touchdowns he threw for last season. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw again is Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Mason. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
50's the mark. Hey, go. Hey, 50's the mark. 50's the mark. I got him. Mike's 50. Mike.
Now Jackson throwing again. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
He was brought down at the 26. A 7-yard.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now this pass brought in by Brown. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. This is Bell on the dump off. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Check, lucky. Check 50, check 50. Bang, 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 bang.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bradshaw, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Terrell Suggs. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 99. Check 99. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 90.
Again, it's Lewis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen. Hey, Mike 52.
Look at me. Zip. Go.
From the gun, Bradshaw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Jackson now. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Rip left, rip left. Check Mike, man, not. Yeah, you don't want none.
Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check Mike, man, not. Check Mike, man, not. Let's go, D.
Jackson operating from the gun. He's got Smith here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run the counter. It's Rice. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Watch the screen.
On second and a couple. Jackson, he'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. To throw again on second down. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Check, check, check.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Don't let him breathe. Don't.
Go.
Play that tight deep.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, I said that.
2nd and 3. That's complete. It's Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, foxtrot. Fire.
On 1st and 10, Bradshaw. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
He's coming. We got double up.
36.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Check. Let's go.
On first down, Bradshaw caught here by Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Green brings it in. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Here's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And an alley to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Cheetah! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
This is Bell. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Kill. Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Ready?
So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first.
Set, go.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.